Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to combine the idea of a traditional tart with the flavor combination of a nostalgic s'more. So everybody get ready to see a s'more tart happen for, I believe, the first time, at least for me anyhow. All right, let's dive into the recipe. All right, so first up in this recipe, we're gonna make the spiced tart dough to kind of mimic that graham cracker vibe that you normally get in a s'more. So in a food processor, you're gonna add in the flour, sugar, an egg yolk, cream, in this case I'm using coconut cream because I didn't have any cream on hand, a sprinkle of sea salt, cold diced butter, and to finish a small pinch of cinnamon, clove, and ground nutmeg. Blend the ingredients until they come together to form one mass of dough. After the dough has come together, you're going to remove it from the food processor, shape it into a square or a rectangle, cover it with plastic, and allow it to chill in the fridge for about a half hour. Once the dough has stiffened up a bit and is a little bit easier to work with, take it out of the fridge, dust the working surface with a little bit of all-purpose flour, and begin to roll out the dough to no less than 1/4 of an inch thick, and using a 4-inch ring cutter, cut out as many discs as you can for the tart shells. Next, you're going to transfer the dough rounds to a baking tray lined with parchment or a silpat. Then get a mason jar top or something very similar and press it in the middle of the dough rounds to create an indentation for the filling. Then you're going to bake them in an oven set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes or until they are a solid golden brown color. While the tart shells are baking in the oven, you can start making the dark chocolate custard filling by stirring together the milk, sugar, and cornstarch in a metal bowl on top of a double boiler until the sugar dissolves. After that, add in the dark chocolate and continue stirring until the mixture reaches about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Then temper a small amount of it with the egg yolk, return it back to the double boiler, and allow the mixture to reach 170 degrees Fahrenheit while stirring for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the custard is cooked, remove it from the heat, cover it with plastic, and allow it to chill in the fridge for 1 hour in order to thicken up. But now that the chocolate custard is finished, the tart shells should be ready to go, so pull them out of the oven and allow the shells to cool for a few minutes before piping in the filling. Once the chocolate filling has chilled a bit, take it out of the fridge, put it into a piping bag, and pipe a small amount of it into a circle around the inside of the tart shell. After that, smooth it off with a spatula and return it to the fridge while you get the Italian meringue ready for the topping. Okay, so for the Italian meringue, get a small pot of equal parts sugar and water and bring it up to 230 to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. While it's heating up, whip up your egg whites until frothy. Then once the syrup reaches that temperature, slowly start to drizzle it in while constantly whisking. Just make sure you constantly whisk, otherwise you could end up with some scrambled egg whites. Anyways, give it a break every few seconds until it's all completely incorporated, then continue whisking until you have soft, shiny peaks. After the meringue is all finished up, add it to a piping bag and do basically the same thing you did with the chocolate custard filling, except this time use the spatula to make little licks in the meringue for a really cool added spiky texture that I thought was really fun. But it's totally up to you. You could keep it super simple as well. But once that's all finished up, you can grab your torch or turn on your broiler and begin to caramelize the meringue until it's to your liking. I like it pretty roasted, but sprinkle a little graham cracker crumble on top to finish, and your s'more tart is ready to go. What's up, guys? All right, so my s'more tart is done. I've been on sort of this tart kick lately the last week or so. On my Instagram, I posted a cherry matcha tart and then a fig tart a few days before that. And the last few days, I've just been having s'more ideas running through my head. Kind of just naturally aligned itself with what I was already doing. So I'm really excited about this s'more tart. It looks really good. There's a few ways you could do this. Obviously, I went with a little bit more of a flat disc type of tart shell as opposed to a sunken in, with the rim and that whole bit. But this is just a really cool looking tart. Nice fragile pâte sucrée dough, or the tart shell, and it just looks really good. So I'm gonna taste it and tell you guys how I did. Let me do it. I probably could just eat this like a tostada. I don't know, maybe you just have to be gentle with the tart, I guess. All right, cheers, guys. I probably could have gone a little bit lighter with the spices in the dough, just because the first thing that you taste is tons of warm spices like clove and cinnamon and the nutmeg. So the tart shell, the spices in the tart shell are really, really strong. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, that's the first thing you taste. And then it's the chocolate, the dark chocolate, kind of that caramelized burnt meringue, and a little bit of the crunchy texture from the sprinkling of the graham cracker crumbles. A good balance of flavors, but the first thing you taste is those spice notes. So good. Crispy crust. Caramelized flavors from the tart shell all the way to the top of the meringue. Really delicious dark chocolate, that you're looking for in the s'more flavor combination. You could really impress a bunch of folks at brunch or a small little get-together. You can make them smaller, like little bite size. You can make a bigger one where you could slice wedges. So there's lots of different fun ideas with this tart, but you can always have fun with it and do it your own way. So good. That is a good s'more tart, even though this is the first s'more tart I've ever had. It's really, really good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel, and things you just want to shout my way. And of course, I will see you guys next time with another delicious recipe. Later, folks.